2017 Chevy Equinox with the 2.4 four-cylinder engine. Today we're going to be doing a quick tune-up on this, replacing the spark plugs and the intake air filter. Let's get to it. And for this repair, we're going to be using the NGK Iridium spark plugs. Ooh, that's a long part number. Part number Lima Tango Romeo 5, I'm guessing India X-Ray -11. And for our air filter, we'll be using the CarQuest Romeo 8 3727. I've got a glare right there. There we go. I'll go ahead and knock out this air filter real quick. All you need for your air filter is a 8mm or a flathead screwdriver, whichever one you prefer. And I'll be using my 8mm with a extension that's way too long for it. That's okay. As I pull out that first bolt, you can see that it has a groove in it for a Phillips head, a flathead, or the 8mm socket. I prefer to use the 8mm socket because I can put a power tool on it. But you use whatever you got. Now, there is a screw here that's missing, the one I just took out right here, and then I believe two more. That one. And this one. And this one might have been ran down. Yeah, that's not grabbed onto anything. Okay. So whoever did this last did not, or over torqued them and pulled the threads out of this one. So I might just go ahead and move that screw over there to the one that was missing. Throw out that old air filter and go ahead and install a brand new one. And just put these down snug. You do not need to force them into anything. That's how you end up ripping out the threads, like the last guy did, and I have no interest in doing that. And with that, let's go ahead and start on the spark plugs. 8mm. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this tubing right here. There we go. And you have a hose connecting to your intake box right here. And this can sometimes give you an issue. You just got to kind of pull on it. Just be careful, I guess. And then down here, you have a hose clamp right there. It's also an 8mm. Barely out of my reach. There it goes. And once those are all loose, go ahead and pull this tubing off and pull straight up on this while wiggling back and forward, and there'll be pops in the back. You just need to lift up on those and remove unnecessarily large intake box. Now from here, go ahead and remove our oil cap and remove our engine cover by again pulling straight up, if these would let go. There we go. And put our oil cap back on so we don't let any debris or dirt or anything else fall down in there. And from here, we're going to need a 10 millimeter. Go ahead and switch over to our 10 millimeter socket. Come in here and remove the bolts for the coil packs. All 4 of them. And then pull straight up on your coil packs, and you can just let these hang out of the way. You do not need to unplug them from the harness, so you can just skip over that whole process. Some cars you have to do that, these you don't, which I really like, because a lot of times these harness connectors right here, they like to get old and brittle and they break very easily. So if I don't have to mess with it, I call that a win. Switching over to a 5/8 deep socket is what we use to remove the spark plugs. This, sorry, I need to go get a different extension. This extension does not hold this socket at all. All right. Cylinder 3, cylinder 2, and cylinder 1. Next, we'll come in here with a magnet. Just reach down in each cylinder. Pull out our spark plugs. These do not look that old. And this one has a small crack in it though. That could be an issue. They don't look like they have that many miles on them, but they do look like they're old. All right, we got our new spark plugs ready to go in. When you are installing these, you want to make sure that you use your index finger to hold it up against the sidewall of the spark plug valley here and gently guide it down into the valley hole. If you do not do something along those lines, you know, you can use like a little hook grabber tool or whatever you want. If you don't do that though, and you drop it straight into the cylinder head, you could end up closing that gap for your igniter, and you do not want to close that gap. That will be an immediate misfire, and I don't like doing work twice, so I recommend just taking your time, guiding them down as deeply as you can. Let me come back in here, put them down until you get some resistance. Give them just a quick hit. Easy breezy. All right, go ahead and move our coil packs back. Where'd cylinder 1 go? There you are. Cylinder 3 and cylinder 4. Make sure these are all pushed down as far as they'll go, and come back here and start these bolts by hand, making sure to line them up with the holes inside of the valve cover. We'll come back in here with our engine cover, and the little suction cup tabs, they go right here, here, and I guess the oil cap does it for this corner. I don't see one on this corner. I'll go ahead and remove the oil cap, and then we can line it up with the oil cap. And I like to line up this front one right here because I can just put my hand under here and I can feel that. Pop, pop, pop. Put her cat back down. Grab our humongous intake box and line it up with the plugs in the back, and then line it up with the actual throttle body right down here. Make sure that's nice and tight. Oh, of course my phone wants to ring. I'm almost done with this job. Why wouldn't it want to bother me? Come on. And be right back. All right, I'm back. Go ahead and tighten our hose clamps back down. Check. Check. And put our little tube back inside of our intake box. And that's pretty much all there's to it. It's really that easy. Just take your time. If you get frustrated on something, walk away. There's no reason to get stressed out. This is an easy job. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You just saw me do the whole thing. So you can definitely do it too. I believe in you. Well, if you'd like to see another video on one of these vehicles, go ahead and check out that one next. I made that one just for you. But other than that, if this video helped you out, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you all next time.